Hey, hi, and welcome to A Taste of Fusion. Today, for our appetizer, I'm making a glorious little fusion piece of muttabbal, aubergine pate, and palak paneer or spinach with cottage cheese. For my main course, it's a steak, but it's not any ordinary steak. It's a baked steak. And for dessert, a glorious little fusion piece of cottage cheese and plums coming together in a little cheesecake. But now, it's time to go pick up my veg, get back to the kitchen, and get fusing. Right, we are ready to get started, and I'm doing everything topsy-turvy. I'm starting off with dessert, which today is my glorious fusion plum cheesecake. Now, to get started, I need a pan. I've got a deep pan over here, which I'm going to get on a medium-high flame. And into this, I'm going to put half a pat of butter. That's about 200 grams. Just melt it all in. But don't cook the butter because you don't want it to become brown. Once your butter is completely melted, grab some biscuit crumb. Now I've got some plain digestive crumb that I've got going here, and that's about 500 grams of that. Taking my pan off the heat, I'm just going to mix all of this in before the butter congeals. Now I just want the warm butter to sift through the biscuit crumb without cooking it. Right, once this is completely mixed in, we need to get a little baking dish. And I've got over here a 9-inch wide baking dish with a loose cover, so it'll come off in the end. Now I'm just going to fill my biscuit crumb into the base, like so. Once most of the biscuit crumb is in, just use your spoon and spread it out evenly, mashing it down so the biscuit breaks and becomes one unified form. Once the biscuit crumb has been evenly dispersed, just leave it aside to rest, because now you've got to move on to the next bit. Okay, for step number 2, again, now I've got another frying pan on a medium heat, into which I'm going to pour in half a packet of fresh cream. To this, I'm going to add about a quarter packet of cream cheese. Now this is just plain old cream cheese. You can get it anywhere. And I'm just going to mix it in. I'm not going to, cook the milk or let it bubble too much. I just want to heat it up. Now, whilst the cream is getting hot, I'm going to put in about 6 tablespoons of sugar. Now, plain white sugar. And I'm going to mix this all in. I'm going to keep it slightly lifted off the flame so my cream doesn't separate. Once the sugar is almost blended, I'm going to add in the rest of the packet to bring everything together in that final culmination point. Right, mix it in. Okay, I'm going to turn off the heat. Now, step number 3. I'm going to grab a bowl in which this cream will go. Place this to the side. Now gently pour in the cream mixture into this bowl. Now it's slightly granulated, it's a sugar syrup almost, but you're going to whisk all this together, so don't worry. Okay, now I have some paneer, some fat-free cottage cheese over here, and I'm going to put in about 4 large tablespoons of that, and I'm going to use my spoon and I'm going to blend it together. Now to this, a little fusion. What am I going to do? I'm going to put in 2 pinches of coriander powder. And this is because with the sugar, it's going to act as a catalyst for what is going to be our additive or our fruit into this. And today I have some glorious plums, which I am not cooking. I'm not, adding anything to them. I'm just putting in the coriander, and I'm going to put in 4 tablespoons of plums that I've just chopped. Now, very quickly, to this, I'm going to put in 1.5 teaspoons of gelatin powder, because I need this to all hold together, which it won't without the gelatin, because we're not cooking it in the oven, you see. All right, so we've mixed all of this in. Right, so everything's mixed together. Now, all we have to do is pour it into our base gently. Make sure it's evenly spread out and all the plums are moved around. And that's it. This has to go into the fridge for a good couple of hours to set properly, and you are ready to serve.